well, in case, but it's whatever. This actually works as a phone stand too. Like, there's a clip that I have in the bag, yeah. Okay, custom RTMP server. All right, do you want to check the Twitch and everything real quick?
Oh yeah.
Let's go. All right, now we gotta do surgery real quick. Where's the transmitter? I'm gonna give you the iPhone stand for that. So flip the DJI camera closed, and it's gonna prompt you to turn it off. Let it turn off. So just flip the camera, and it should turn off.
This part of town is funny because it's all finance. Come on.
Okay, now you're good to unscrew it. Yeah, so it tells you even like what it's able to upload at. That's good. Where is the transmitter? Huh? Yeah. I think you have to take this thing off, maybe. So it's been a little bit since I used that thing. What a big market guy. Huge. Boy, guys. Trying to set up some mic stuff. We're doing a little bit of a test shoot today. My boy Chinook.
Hey.
Say hi.
Yo.
We've been out here getting rained on today. Okay. Cool.
Here.
Hopefully it's okay. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna bet you it's not up on the TikTok, but we'll see. Where the hell is... mic receiver. All right, reconnected. Any luck with it? I knew I should have brought the other stand. I have a gimbal too. Here. Let me give this a try. It might be that this thing goes through, so I think you might have to take this off and then you put it through the hole here. This is the real Kai Cenat Streamer University.
Yeah. This is true.
This is really learning. Dude, these are like really valuable skills though. Like
Yeah.
again, people like don't figure this out.
Value add here is nuts. I see what you're doing.
Bang bang. Alright. How does that fit in there?
I think it's the other one.
Yeah, there we go. I'm stupid as hell.
No. It takes two.
Do you mind checking the Twitch, YouTube, see if the TikTok worked? If the TikTok doesn't work, I actually know how it will work.
So let's do Twitch.
Oh, that's live?
Are you live right now?
Looks live.
Yeah.
Let's go! That means it's being recorded.
Nice, we're on. Okay. Yeah, we're good on Twitch. YouTube, we are live.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we're set on YouTube.
Ah!
TikTok.
Bubblegum, 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 bubblegum. For me.
You're not live on TikTok.
Yeah, it's probably rejecting the server URL. Probably doesn't like actually question it, whatever you put in there. It just tries, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. They're like, that's TikTok's problem, not ours. Well, it's Streamlabs being facetious, but that's okay. Now, how the hell? I guess we record it sideways anyway, right?
Yeah.
Flip the camera. Boing, boys. I just don't see it flipping. How would I get this to turn otherwise?
Is this not a... This is connected to that.
Well, so if I turn it, I'm trying to think.
I think the way to turn it is to put this in. I think you have to put this in.
Wait a sec, wait a sec.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, no. Okay. There we go. Fucking moron.
We're just burning. We're burnt. It's all right.
Okay.
Am I tightening that or loosening
Yeah, you're
it?
tightening it.
Yeah, in the future probably will take off this case too. I don't think it's helping it. It's definitely gonna make it overheat too, but whatever.
Here, give me that and that thing.
Okay.
Don't lose these pieces.
But how do we turn this sideways? I mean, I don't know if we have to turn it sideways. Like, I think it's fine vertical too. Yeah, okay. You want to log into the stream, see if you're getting volume, see if the quality's okay?
Yeah. It's gonna get a feedback, yeah.
We gotta test this. I'm gonna speak into this thing. Tell me if you can hear me with this. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Test, test, test. You can? Let's go. Ah! We're making progress here, baby. All right, I'm gonna do what that Spider-Man Miles Morales guy does for 8 hours straight now. It's basically the same thing, but I'm Finance Bro cosplaying. All right, we're pretty much set up over there.
Yeah, we're set. What's gonna happen?
It wouldn't even be bad if you like kept, if you want to keep on in and like see, yeah. Let's fucking go. Okay. I'm also going to develop a better organizational system with this shit. Okay. So in the future, it seems like pretty much just do it right from there. And if the TikTok ingest worked, then we'd be fine. That's actually like really simple.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then as long as our connection's good, then Twitch's VOD will be, like I have a VOD set up on there, which means that like it automatically captures it. So we're going on a trip, boys and girls, and NBs. Okay.
I can actually.
I'll grab the table. I got the wingspan for it. I almost always, that's actually not, that's not a good start. I always answer my mom. You have to answer your mom. Sorry. Make sure you get the balls in frame. The most important thing. This is definitely the mic mount for the Sony camera.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The sound's not too bad.
Not too bad?
Okay.
Check. Okay, this audio is solid. Check. It is solid. Check. It's not coming through. This one's not coming through.
Check. Check.
Check.
Why is the audio off?
I can't afford to lose from that.
Did it fall?
Huh?
It fall?
No, I think it. I had it on my chest and I was adjusting the mic. And I think it probably fell. Here it is. Let's go. Can I get one of them?
Yeah.
Can I get the other one?
And hold it closer to your mouth. Like the mics are pretty good at keeping noise out. So if you can move it like top of there, that's solid.
Check.
The magnet is like too strong. To get it on, you like can't get it off. You got a good shot of the balls?
Yeah, people are blocking it, but pretty solid otherwise. Check.
This is the Wall Street Bowl.
Balls.
Check. Check.
Go in the stream, click on the settings. It's probably going to prompt you to do an audio mix.
So you can boost the audio signal by a certain number of decibels. Is it just like? That looks fucking good though.
Yeah. That does look sick. Built-in mic. It's all at 100. And like both mics are connected to your Bluetooth. It's just.
Can you just like, do you hear me very low?
It's not at all.
This wrong line is just for the backside of this ball to touch the both balls, alright? Yeah, I was gonna say, alright? It's how it is. There is the legend that supposedly stands
Have that set up is. We all know.
No, it's a better picture.
Go State. Go State. We are. Let's go.
Let's go,
I'm a
buddy.
graduate. I went to Smeal.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Nice when you graduate.
Awesome. I saw you. 2021. December 21. Oh yes.
I'm a little older than
That
you.
might have been a more fun time to go though.
We were good.
Insane.
We were undefeated.
Yeah.
We were not getting any better with Frank.
We needed to get rid of him. For me, it was just when. You know what I mean? So
was
I get
tough.
it. I agree.
I had defended him to the point where I could no longer defend
Dude, we
him.
got some of our class back too. So like, I mean,
We'll see.
we'll see.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a whole new landscape, and quite frankly, I don't like the new landscape.
No, it's
because
not
of,
fun.
Like, it's just terrible. but it is what it is.
You're talking like the new playoffs and
Well, just the whole pay, like the NIL, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Look, the kids deserve to get paid. I just don't know how you do it without bankrupting. Like,
or by keeping them as students effectively. Like
The
they're
whole
just
thing
going to
is
become,
broken.
they're not going to school,
the
you
whole
know?
thing's broken.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, what's your name?
Doug.
Chris.
Hey,
Very
Chris.
nice to
Yeah,
meet
what
you,
are
Doug.
doing out
Yeah. We're content producers, so we
It's like they're getting content from
What
No,
can I
this
contact
is-
you for?
this is we're all the information's down here. Yeah. I do a political economics show.
Our
And Red Marx.
You know that we're communists now.
Yeah, well, in New York, yeah. No, and that's part of the thing. It's like it's just about conversations. You know what I mean? So.
Everyone's familiar with like European history and how socialism, communism.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just
Yeah.
making sure.
Yeah, but we're here. We want to be like CNBC, but not afraid to talk about that stuff. You know what I mean? So
There you go. All
we'll
right.
see.
People should definitely talk about it.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
Yes.
Well, very nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you take care.
Take
man.
care. Can you we check one mic instead of two? Oh, it does.
You might have to do talk.
Huh?
You might have to talk to it yourself and give them the mic. Like do the interview.
It works. Did you turn off that one? I think that's definitely what's happening. Is for two, it needs. Okay. Did you hear what she said? So the lady walked up and she said, "Yeah, all right." She said, "All right. Are you familiar with the European history or anything of communism?" I'm like, "No, I'm just standing out here with a sign for no reason. I never heard of it once." The correct response to that, but I was being nice and talking about Penn State football. The correct response is, "What do you mean by that?" Go ahead, defend your position. All right, so we'll get it going. We'll see whoever wants to chat. I saw a group of people who were speaking Chinese earlier, and they walked by and they smiled, and you could tell it was like kind of approvingly, and I was like, "Oh, we got some Maoists up in here." All right, regardless though, so the deal with today, we're mainly just doing a test stream right now. We have my buddy Chinook behind the camera. He's a comedian based out of Brooklyn. We met through a collective that we do with Now This Accelerate Change. This is an idea we've been working on for a little bit. We got this sign made professionally. Got a table at Home Depot, chairs from my sister's Sweet 16. And yeah, it's a little bit of a work in progress. We need to get the strings better attached. We're already learning through that. Took us about 3 hours to get all the hardware set up as well, but we're here now, and you win, you learn. So that's what we're doing. We're certainly learning right now. Hopefully the signal's coming through clear to you guys. We got the audio, we got the video, but we're gonna see. We're gonna deal with one mic today as well. So when I'm speaking to people, I'm gonna have to put my big meaty claw right in their face instead of just, more organic conversation. However, organic conversation actually gets with me, given my robotic nature and generally just unpleasant demeanor and resting bitch face, but we'll see. We've had a steady line of folks going up to the genitalia of the Wall Street Bull today. That is a very bullish indicator for the market. We now see some individuals playing with its anus area, which is another good sign. I don't know if you follow technical indicators, but generally this is what we like to see. It means vibes are high. We're feeling playful here in America. It's good. We couldn't really get a shot in front of the bull, unfortunately. But we came to the conclusion that this was actually more appropriate in a way, a little bit more poetic. And we'll see. Chinook, can you check if the TikTok went through this time? So let's do a quick checklist. Twitch, YouTube. The kick's gonna be fine. I never had issues with the kick. And TikTok. I doubt that TikTok's working, but that's all right. That's fine. Honestly, I'll lose less followers that way. Man, people get murderous stares about this stuff. Everyone, but you know what a good sign is? Everyone's taking a good hard look at my face right now because they know this shit's gonna pop. That's why they're doing it. They're tuning in to hate me, to love me, whatever. We had an Argentinian guy today come up to us with a copy in Spanish of the Communist Manifesto, and he took a thumbs up and took a picture of us with the stand. Now look, I'm not coming out here in support of the Communist Manifesto or whatever you think communism or socialism is. I just think we have to have a grown-up conversation about where we're at and where we can go. And if some of that involves being honest with ourselves about, you know, what this guy talked about, then so be it. More than anything, I want this sign and people's reaction to it to highlight where we're at in this conversation in this country, right? If you reading the word Marx, me not saying, notice the sign does not say, I worked on Wall Street and support Marx, or I worked on Wall Street and I'm a Marxist. It says nothing of the sort. And trust me, I overanalyzed exactly what it said. It doesn't say that for a reason. People will read this and they will hear that in their heads. And because of their inability to distinguish it, it's going to highlight where we are in this conversation. That without knowing what this person said, without knowing what socialism, communism, any of this entails, that we've been trained to have an adversarial response to these things. Maybe that's for a reason. And that's what we want to talk about, right? On this stream, I will give you my ideas. I will give you my thoughts straight up and honest. I'm not gonna mince my words. I'll tell you exactly how I feel and what I think. And I'm not gonna get caught up in the minutia of what different words mean. Like, we're not gonna, it's all good. If you wanna hop in, it makes it more authentic. We're not gonna get caught up in the minutia of what you think this word means or what I think this word means. We're gonna talk what matters. What is the point of the system? Where are we trying to go? We're not gonna get hung up on language like Marx, socialism, communism, capitalism, any of that. If we wanna talk about it, because I guarantee some folks aren't gonna be able to help themselves but to talk about it, that's fine. We can talk about it. As we have already established, I am Chris Vaughn, the Yap champion, and I will not stop talking for hours straight. Some say it's a talent, some say it's a curse. I'd say it's a curse, but it's fine. We're monetizing it. Let's see if anyone wants to hop in. Wanna hop in, brother? Wanna chat? All good. Just whatever folks want to talk about. Just kind of like to have someone who's like kind of read one side, been in the other side, and just have a conversation about whatever, you know? That sort of thing. I like to say, for a reason, it doesn't say I worked on Wall Street and support Marx. It doesn't say that for a reason. You know what I mean? Folks will definitely see the word, though, and go, bah, like, you know, we'll get that reaction. We're beholden to the algorithm, unfortunately. That's our boss. This is Chinook. Chinook's my producer. Feel free to check it out, man. Yeah. We got to make sure we get the proper introductions for you as well. Like we need like lead anchor. Like we need the, you know what I mean? Not just like co-producer, like we need, you know, proper depth to it. I was thinking that. Dude, because there's just like, there's not that many people. First of all, it's a lot of foreign language speakers. It's not as much of the vibe of this area. We still could. You know what I mean? And honestly, if I ask people to come over, people probably will. Like, but no one's going to take the leap and do it first. Okay. Let's try for one. You just got to be willing to sit here on camera. There's no expectations. It's okay. This might take longer than we think. It might be shorter. It's fine. All we need is one. All we need is one, and that's what gets it going. So we'll see.
I think if someone asks you what you're talking about, you should be, if they don't have a subject, you just come with it. Let's talk about if Marxism works or not. Like how what the difference is between capitalism and Marxism. Some topic that they can latch on to. Like if they don't have one, you just give them. Like, especially one that's like provocative in some way, or
Yeah.
gets you going. Or why are things so expensive?
It's part of why I was thinking the sign that's like, let's talk about the economy.
Yeah.
It's like less.
Yeah. I think like having a specific question for them to actually talk to you about.
Yeah, I think people seeing the word Marx too makes them immediately jump to like, okay, there's a purpose and all this. You know what I mean? You can hop in front if you want. It makes it more authentic, so it's all good.
Yeah, have like a specific question if you do.
Yeah. Okay. Or even just like, have you read it? Yeah. How's the height of the table? Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. It actually looks pretty clean too, and we're in the sun, so it's like actually decent lighting. I'm getting hungry though. I've eaten nothing today. I had 2 cups of black coffee and Alexa Pro. I munched on it, and then we rolled right out. So. See, and Chinook, as nice as it is that there's a whole line of people here waiting to touch the Wall Street, the Charging Bulls balls, but it's such a long line. There's such high demand for the Wall Street Bulls balls, that no one's gonna hop out of line and talk to some fellow like me. You know, and I respect it. I get it. It's okay. Hi. I know you guys are in line. If you could feel free to hop out. I'm sure people would be okay and hold your spot. I don't work on Wall Street anymore, but I would have gotten fired if they saw this. So, that's how it works. What time is it? I got to get uptown at 5. You want to go try the stock exchange? All right, cool. All right, should we keep it rolling? Let's keep it rolling. All right, chat, you're going for a fucking ride. Beep boop bop beep 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 boop 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 beep 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 boop boop. Ah! You have the magnet for the other one? I think I put it in my pocket, actually. Yeah. All right, chat, we're going for a little walkie poo. Gooch? You got that? I could get the backpack if you want. You sure? All right. It's a walking advertisement. And just put it down whenever someone says something. we're gonna get a really good idea of what the like bandwidth gradient is around here. We'll see where the stream cuts out, cuts in. Did you hear the lady said? She said, well, I understand that we're all communists now, apparently. And I was like, yup, that's right, here in New York.
Here in New York fucking City.
You know, Zoran Mamdani, basically just Joseph Stalin. Of course. Oh, meine Gut. Dude, like, that's gonna have to be something that I get used to, because, like, low-key, I am genuinely, I believe in my heart, a sweetheart, America's sweetheart. But, like, having people where, like, you come up, and, like, I was having a nice conversation with her husband. Like, he was a Penn Stater. I go up to him, and I'm like, we're chatting about the football program. Like, hey, pretty clear that I'm not just, like, some total dirtball, at least.
Yeah.
Or if I am, then, like, I'm a dirtball with, like, decent, like, manners and social skills. Or at least I can act like it. And then to have a lady come up and be like, well, yeah, but, like, are you familiar with history at all? Like, sarcastically. I genuinely, like, was, even though I came out here fully knowing that, like, of course that's what's going to happen, I just almost didn't reflexively expect that.
Right.
That, like, people really do have this reaction that's just like, hey, I will be rude to you over this.
Yeah.
With so much conviction, too.
I'm gonna be a fucking dick to you.
Now, if you want to talk about it seriously, we can talk about the history of what she would refer to as, like, European socialism. She, first of all, said the history of communism in Europe, which has never existed. Communism is a stateless, classless, moneyless society. That's the end goal of it. And clearly that wasn't achieved. They were using money in those societies. They had governments. And that's never mind the fact that is what you are actually identifying as the problem actually issues with what Marx wrote? Is it actually issues with socialism, generally, like genuinely? Or is it maybe another factor, like, you know, Joseph Stalin having certain bloodthirsty tendencies? Does it have maybe to do with other cultural aspects about the area? How legalistic they are, the tendencies of the political groups themselves? You can't just say, oh, well, this thing is fully representative of this idea. No, because it's impacted by a million other factors. Everything exists in a time and place. There's gender intersections. There's the impact of religion. There's the impact of the material conditions of the place, right? Like, all these things go into what the outcomes are, not just what they call themselves politically. One thing that's certainly true is millions of people will call themselves one thing, call themselves socialists, call themselves communists. Whether or not that's the case, I really don't care. But overwhelmingly, they're talking about totally different things. Whatever you have in your head that is, I promise you, is different from what I have in my head or any of the other socialists that I've met. Promise you it's very different. So let's just talk about what's important. Let's just talk about what we're working towards. And I'm going to bet you, when you actually describe that, it's pretty identifiable as Marxian. So can't wait to see other people come to that realization slowly but surely. That's ironic. There's a school called, I guess that says Lehman, but like Lehman Preparatory School on Wall Street by the stock exchange. That's crazy. The irony is unbelievable. For those who don't know, Lehman Brothers was the bank that owned a bunch of, they knowingly, two things. One, they knowingly misappraised the risk of certain mortgage-backed securities that they owned. I think it was only like 1.2% of their portfolio, like a small portion of housing bonds. But when those housing bonds defaulted, it effectively tanked. It effectively tanked their finances and made them illiquid, causing causing them to shut down as an entity. So then companies that own Lehman Brothers debt also lost a ton of value. And so you see, and then other banks, not too many, failed at the major bank level, but regionally, yes. Then other entities began failing, and you saw this huge ripple effect across the economy. But Lehman, the funny thing is, if you go work on Wall Street, like I did, you will meet tons of guys who still are on the street. Like Lehman Brothers, you can say, doesn't exist anymore. But if you define Lehman Brothers by its people and practices, oh yeah, it exists. So, in name only does it not. Whew. I actually used to work across the street from Lehman Brothers. You got the bag too?
Yeah.
I used to work across the street from Lehman Brothers. Bear Stearns was another bank that went under. Bear Stearns is what I worked across the street from. JP Morgan, before they built the mothership, their office now, they actually worked out of that office. So when I interned at JP Morgan and I went for my super day, we went to the Bear Stearns office. Like, that's where I went. It's crazy. All right, let me get a assessment of this. That really wasn't that hard. We just have to fasten it properly next time. Ain't that a Venetian flag? It's kind of ironic. Yeah. Yeah, then you can put it down there. Have you been logged into the stream the whole time?
I haven't put my headphones in though.
Oh, word. I'm assuming that's fine, yeah. Chat, I wish I could say I wasn't this sweaty all the time, but I'd be lying. What's going on, guys? Hey. You know what's kind of funny? Everybody wants, like, Marx, democratic social, all that stuff. It's in the news every day. It's like headline news, especially here in New York. And you get someone who worked on Wall Street with a sign that's saying, I read it, let's talk. And there's just no conversation. Maybe it's because they all already read everything he said, so it would just be redundant. That has to be the case. Oh, is someone usually here? Oh, yeah. Not long. When would you want to, I don't want to step on what you're doing. When would you want to move over here? Right now? Yeah, we could just get a little bit. That'd be good. If he's genuine about that, then I would move my stuff. But if he's just trying to fuck us over, then no. I've been here. I've scouted the location. I've never seen anyone here, so we'll see. Oh, dude, these are both fucking great locations, though.
Yeah.
This is pretty nice.
I mean, worst case, we can just move over there.
Ah!
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Try to chat?
My name is Marx.
Is it really?
Yes.
Very nice to meet you. Wow. No way. First or last name?
Can we make a photo?
Please, please, please. First or last name? His name is Marx.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you. Please, please, please hop in. This is our first. This is our first time shooting this. This is the first time shooting this. This is our first time shooting this. So it's like just kind of a test stream today.
Okay.
So we've had a number of funny things happen. We had someone from Argentina come up with a Spanish version of the Communist Manifesto and come talk to us. And now you, whose name is Marx, this is who I'm talking about on the sign for the record. This is the Marx I'm talking about that I read.
Yes.
How did you get the name? Where are you from?
Germany.
Germany?
Yes.
Well,
German name.
Meine Oma ist Deutsche.
Wirklich?
Yeah, I don't know German. that's about all I know. Anyway, very nice. Where in Germany?
Exactly the middle of Germany.
Okay, so okay.
Nobody knows the middle of Germany because it's
I
in
don't.
East Germany.
Yeah. I went to Bavaria. I went to my grandmother's from Hamburg.
Hamburg.
But I went to what is it called? Munich. And then I went to Berlin for a bit. But
okay.
yeah, I loved it. So I wish I could speak it.
And you must drive to Hamburg or Munich 6 hours to Hamburg.
I took a
4
train.
hours.
We actually
Berlin
yeah.
4 hours.
Yeah, we actually went through the Czech Republic and then into Hungary, and then we flew back to Berlin, and it was kind of like a round circle trip. We went for Oktoberfest,
And
of
we
course.
do
So
a round trip here from New York to
You do?
Miami. Yes.
really,
Mhm.
no way. Have you guys been in the U.S. before? Have you been
Yes,
in New York?
Last year, from Seattle
Excellent.
to Los Angeles, Las Vegas.
So this is
and
normal.
Freiburg, yeah.
Wow, yeah.
Mhm.
So may I ask how you got the name Marx?
Yes.
How'd you get the name Marx?
What?
How did you get the name Marx?
The family name.
That's your
Oh,
last.
I guess.
It's your last
It's
name.
last
Okay,
name,
okay,
not-
yeah.
not
I mean,
sure.
Marx was German himself, so yeah.
It's
it makes
only
sense.
last name in Germany.
Really?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, Marx himself was German, so it's like it
Yes,
only makes
but-
sense that
but
the name
no
existed.
Surname, only last name.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not Carl as well,
Yes,
but yeah.
no.
What's your first name?
Danny.
Danny. Chris.
Nice
It's
to
very,
meet you.
very nice to meet you. That is unbelievable.
much.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
bye.
much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Take care. What's going on? How you doing? What's up? It's all right. I'm sweaty like all the time.
Got it.
I wish I could say it's not like normal for me, but it absolutely is.
Same here.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot with this. I don't normally like put my hands in people's faces, but we only have one mic today.
No worries.
We needed a different piece of hardware, but I wasn't forward thinking enough. So oh well. But what's your name?
I'm
Very nice.
Damien.
You're Damien.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you, Damien. I'm Chris. How you doing?
Pretty good.
What if I can ask? So what about the sign sort of like brought you forward, made you want to come hang out?
Well, I saw Marx, and it's always like going to be an interesting topic, no matter what the angle
Yeah.
is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm always
For
open to learn, always open to like not just be like see a word and run away or attack it. I think that's what just causes the real like hatred and stupidity. I'll be honest here. I'll be a little blunt. So I'm just here. I'm open.
That is like exactly the type of like conversations that we want to have. Like that's perfect. And I think first of all,
Yeah.
just by you even recognizing that and being like, hey, look, I may or may not be like so familiar with this thing, but I still want to talk about it.
Mhm.
Like that is more so the attitude that like you're probably right. Like we'd be better off by having, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Today, like what we found a ton is, and this is our first time shooting this ever. This is my co-producer Chinook behind the camera. What we
Sorry.
found so much today
What was
is
the name? Sorry.
Chinook.
Chinook?
Chinook, yeah.
Okay.
You would not be able to spell it if you tried, but anyway, that's all right. Also, I was thinking you probably have some really good nicknames as well.
Is it SHNUCK?
No. Chinook, like Chinook.
We'll see later.
SHENUQUE. Bien. Look them up on Instagram. Anyway, we're I don't even know how many people we have on stream right now. It may be however many. Not likely very many. This is just more of a test stream today. Yeah. But you are actually the first person to sit behind the Wall Street Radical table for this. So, and that is I mean, like that is awesome. An honor that can never be taken from me, honestly. just that I had one person. So, anyway, what's been so interesting with this today is like I specifically chose to write this sign as I worked on Wall Street and read Marx. Let's talk. I didn't write I worked on Wall Street and support Marx, or I worked on Wall Street and I'm a socialist, which is totally besides the point, right? And I did that because also with so many people, the thing that is important to notice is that simply by reading this thing, you then say, oh, you read Marx. That must mean this, that, and the other. Do you not think that that is like exactly what certain people want you to do, to just be turned off by this thing before you even look into it, before you even ask, like you just did, who is Marx? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? That's for a reason. It's because of decades of like programming and whatnot, and just you coming up to talk about it is amazing. But so, what is your? You see the word Marx. Like, what do you think? Have you looked into him before, or are you familiar with Wall Street? Like, what sort of stuff are you curious about?
Okay. Well, for starters, I always wanted to say like, I say this right. On the internet, online, whatever, social media, I used to argue with people back and forth about a lot of different topics. But now I usually try to start it off with, can you even define what you're arguing?
Yeah.
And they rarely ever define it, or they just get mad or just double down. And that's when I just leave them alone, because there's no point in talking with someone who doesn't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because you're arguing with nothing. You're arguing with a theory of a thought, which is not anything, in my opinion.
With a straw man.
There you go.
You misrepresent an idea, and then you attack the misrepresentation. That's what like everyone does. So yeah, get rid of the straw man first.
See, I know when I can tell when like a logic fallacy is being in play, but I don't know what they're called for the most part. I know like bandwagon, I know red herring, I know whatever. That's the point.
That's what we're just saying this whole time, that the word doesn't matter. Like it's great as long as you can describe the thing, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, but for Marx, from my basic understanding, it is communist. There's manifestos of it. And the basics I can understand of communism is basically that like everyone's equal, but not in a good way, I would say, from my understanding. And it's more so the government has central control, and it is a very like almost like cookie cutter way of society, as best I can describe it. It is similar, but not quite the same as socialism. People usually intertwine the two, which I get really annoyed by, because it's like, when the particular one side of the party, I'm not gonna say which one, like meshes them all together, it just becomes like this hazmat of like, this means this, and this, and therefore this means that. Yeah. It's a lot of false equivalency. There, got that one.
Yeah, there we go. See, you already know this stuff. Let's go.
Yeah, I know some things.
Very nice.
I dabble.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I mean, so this is a really interesting question, right? And like, if you like listen to when Trump met with, I shouldn't say his name on the stream also, because it will immediately get taken down. I swear, there's like shadow banning for this stuff. But I mean, it's interesting. So like, the people hear the word socialism and they think communism, or they think communism and they think socialism. Actually, usually when people hear either word, the first thing they're thinking, and I have to remind myself of this all the time, when they think communism, they think USSR, like an oppressive regime where free speech isn't which isn't necessarily what the USSR was or anything, but that is what the image in someone's head is of the, and it could be something totally to talk about. But it's like, does that come from something that Marx actually wrote? Or was that maybe from another factor that impacted it, like, you know, the political context of Russia and Stalin himself? You know what I mean?
So, little tidbit.
We can move forward a little bit.
Okay, little tidbit. Instead of saying, you can say like orange, you know what I mean? Like code words or something.
Yeah.
People know it. People know it.
Look at that now.
I use like code words.
I know, dude. I gotta train it into myself though to not say his name.
It's the first stream.
It's like Voldemort.
You're good.
So here's the thing, and this is like, I could sit here and I could talk to people about what I believe socialism is, or what I believe communism is, or something. But in reality, like, first of all, I don't identify as any one of those things, partially because, like, look, I won't be successful in trying to redefine what words mean to an entire population or society. Like, it's just not going to happen. What I would rather talk about is, rather than like what communism is or what socialism is, what kind of system are we trying to create? And if you want to call it whatever you want to call it, we can do that. But like, let's get straight to the point of what these things are. What is the point of how our society is supposed to be structured, right? So, for instance, we live in a system, right? where like the way that our society is configured, the way the economy is set up, is supposed to lead to a certain way of life, a certain social system, right? The government exists for a reason, to provide a certain thing. What would you say that the purpose of our society is? Like how it should be designed? What should be the outcome?
Wait, how it is or how it should be?
How it should be, or
okay.
yeah, not how it is.
Okay. Because that's like a much different. Okay, those are two different things. I think part of the problem. Before I get to my answer, I think part of the problem of like what it is currently right now is that the system is. I don't even know. It's designed in a way where it's never, at least in my opinion, it's never going to coincide with each other, and I think it's designed not to. And the original design, which I think should be more of how things should be, of basically there's no party. I think there should be no parties. I think it should be we are a united front.
Yeah.
I think that there should be equity, as in different places and different things to have a fair standard or different. Ways of living, like farmer is not going to do the same things as like a librarian, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are different needs, different wants, and we can't just we can't be naive and treat everyone the exact same with every single tidbit or help or not help, because that's just, in my opinion, stupid.
Yeah.
Like for a fire, you're not going to do the same thing as you do an earthquake.
Yeah.
You're not going to pour water on an earthquake, like a demolished building.
I agree. Yeah.
So
I'm not an expert, but yeah.
That's like one thing I do think you know that part at least.
Yeah. So, but if I can pause what you're saying really quick. So, let's zoom out further though. Like, yeah, we can talk about like, hey, how a party system, how a government might want to function, but like I'm talking even at a broader scale.
Okay.
What kind of society are we trying to create? And I'll give you I don't want to say I'll give you a hint because there's not necessarily a right answer, but just generally. This is in an important document that was recently celebrated. Like what the purpose of being in the United States part of the system is supposed to be.
So are you, just to clarify, are you asking just a general thing?
A little bit. I just want to get out of this guy's way a little. I don't want to have beef with the local hot dog vendor on day one. Sorry about it. What'd you get to eat also?
Oh, well, not sponsored, but let's see the place. Viva La Breakfast.
Sponsor us, Viva La Breakfast.
It's like, I don't even know, it's like 5-10 minute walk from here. I got I'm gonna do a little pause.
Go ahead, please.
I got a strawberry cheesecake, it's a little messed up now. I got a strawberry cheesecake donut, a tiramisu donut, and a raspberry.
Show it to the camera.
It's mushed now, but I promise you it looked really good.
Dude, Chinook is starving. He's drooling on himself over there. Oh my God.
You wanna try some? Okay. I was being nice.
Anyway. No, appreciate it. So but like, what kind of a society are we trying to create, right? And I'll stop kind of like dancing around what it effectively is, but like, and this isn't just me saying it. This is the result of thousands of years of like deliberate thought, at least from taking from Greek, Roman thought. Like, there's a reason that in the in the Declaration of Independence we said that like I'm gonna create and each man is entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? That was like not accidental. It wasn't just like words. That's the system we're trying to create, right? Where each person has power and is entitled to their own lives, right?
Yeah.
But today, where decisions that are impacting your life are actively occurring without your consent, without your interest taken into consideration, any of that. So is the way our society works, is the way that this structured compatible with that? Is kind of the question.
No.
I agree.
Okay.
And that's a wrap. Thank you all for
Okay. For how things should be, and quite frankly, how not even like should as in like I would like this. It should as in like this is what's quite literally written, and not just written, contested and agreed with. I forgot the case, but there is a like. Hello. Let's just start with birthright citizenship. Hello. I've argued with my dad. Like I've cursed him out. I've yelled at him. I've explained it like he's a child. Like it's rough. I'm not gonna lie. And it's crazy how like he was considered one of the. I'll be a little. It's my own father. I'm sorry. He was one of the smart kids.
Yeah.
Because he grew up in the projects. And when he's describing what he did, like what was so excelling back then, that's what I did in 6th and 7th grade. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like a lot of boomers and around the people those age are running around thinking there's these like geniuses sorry to the boomers out there, they think there's these geniuses when in reality they're no smarter than a sixth grader at best. And it's kind of baffling that they have the gall to walk around like they know everything when they couldn't even do geometry. Hate to break it to you, but for birthright citizenship.
If you can't tell me Pythagoras' theorem, you shouldn't be able to vote. I'm kidding.
Wait, actually, sorry. Just like a little tidbit. I just got a job in Pythagorio, which is the hometown of Pythagoras. I'm dead serious.
Pro labor here. Let's go.
This is
Wait,
not.
really?
This is not a joke. This is not like this is weird that you said that. Like Pythagorio. Pythagoras is from Pythagorio. It's a city in a Greek island. I just today got a job there, so I'll be there next week.
Let's go. Congrats. That's awesome. Let's go.
You got the scoop.
I'm trying to go to a Greek island. Let's go. That's awesome.
I'm dead serious. Go to Samos. I will cater you.
Please.
I'm genuinely.
Shoot me. Get in contact.
I'm going to get in contact.
We're doing it. We're doing a collab in Greece.
It's not sponsored. And Angoni sponsor us in Samos. Okay.
This is the magic wish box. If you just yell into it something emphatically enough, like it'll happen eventually.
You have 2 sponsorships on the way as we speak.
Let's go. Oh my God. No, they're gonna be like, idiot. Like thanks for the free shout out. But anyway, so no, just to recenter the conversation on this, like I agree, and this is the thing. Like there's a famous saying, which is to be kind with people and relentless with systems. Because like, look, people are all just, if you were put in your dad's exact same position with his exact same configuration and circumstances, you would believe the same things. That's not to absolve people of any moral accountability,
100%.
but people are a result of their circumstances in many ways. And when you exist in a society where every single day you're being told what's valuable, literally everyone's job depends on you believing certain things are valuable. When you exist in a society where the owning class, the what is it called? The ruling class is the ruling class because they own capital. Something that critiques capital, like Marx, would be viewed extremely negatively. So those same people own media stations, they own schools, they own businesses, they employ millions of people around the country. So what type of messaging and whatnot is going to be fed to these folks? You know what I mean? We exist at a bit of a different time. A lot of the contradictions of the system are coming into light, but like, in large part, like, yeah, you in the same way as like we have to understand that they are misrepresenting an idea, in a way we have to like not then try to like rush to defend a misrepresentation, like, but try to like provide them with a more accurate representation, you know? And that's part of why I'm here like talking about it today. It's like what the purpose of all this is, I'm still trying to figure out exactly, but like we'll get there. But anyway, so we can talk a little bit more about now some of the more like particular things, but just to make a clear North Star, the thing that all of this is supposed to be structured to, that's Polaris, that star. All right, so I'm learning shit today. Let's go. I love it. So the system that we're working towards, that's the purpose, is that you are supposed to be entitled to your own life, right? And like, so if something impacts you, you should have a say in that. That doesn't always mean equal say, right? Like if something impacts one person way more than another, you probably should weight it. But it's not like, but there's a reason they wrote that specifically, you know? And that's the government as a subsystem of that society is supposed to help achieve that, right? And if it's not, then it's not really government in a way. It's something else. We're not describing the same thing. It might call itself government, but
what would you call it? What would you call it if not government? I'm just curious. Like pyramid scheme.
In the U.S., anything that is a government is one that is by the people and for the people. So if it's not that, then it's a different form of power. So the term, let's not even say government, let's call it democracy. Democracy comes from the word, or republic. Democracy comes from the word, the Greek word demos and kratia, which is people, power. No.
Okay. No.
Are you Greek?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, but demoskratia is, so like all these words like oligarchy, or democracy, plutocracy. It's talking about where power comes from. Ideally, in a society that's democratic, power comes from the people, right? So you can have like aspects of that, right? But what would I call it? It's oligarchy. Its power comes from, it's just capitalism. Power comes from capital in this society, not the people. Power comes from capital. Now, if we want to have that society, that's another conversation. But I thought we didn't. So that's like all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
Anyway.
makes a lot more sense. Okay. Okay, so I'm just like,
Yeah. So think of it like this. Okay. This is a really good way to think of like.
You're only as much as you're worth.
Yeah. Well, so.
You're worth as much as you make.
Think of it like this in very literal terms. In society, there's labor and resources, right? Like there's the material world. What gives you power over labor and resources? Like if you wanted to command labor and resources in this world to produce something or do something, what do you need?
Well, I mean, there's different methods of it. To be like a little more extreme, well, blackmail, money, opportunity. I guess.
Stop on the second one there.
What? Money.
Capital.
Yeah.
That's why it's called capitalism.
Yes.
Power over the production process comes from capital. Hence, socialism is a little bit more towards a society where the way that we allocate resources is more reflective of a social function.
Yes.
That's like kind of all, like at the most base level, that is effectively what Marx was writing about. An important thing to note, that word capitalism, I keep forgetting. That word capitalism, it was actually invented by the first people to, I know, this is the first day out here. The first people to use it were Louis Blanc and Marx himself. Like capital was discussed in Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations, but the first people to ever describe capitalism as a system, to capture it, were literally socialists. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like you want to talk about defending a misrepresentation, like
Yeah.
if you're defending capitalism, you're kind of already doing that, is all I'm saying, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and not just capitalism. It doesn't stop just there. I know for a fact that the George Washington, first president, did not want.
Shout out George. He's right there.
GW.
He's right behind us.
Holy
shit. He's watching.
Jesus. But
Weird.
like he did not want a two-party system, and honestly, we should never have had that. And because at the end of the day, the people at the top, I don't mean like the elite senators, like they're more the puppets to the ruling class. That's it. Like they are.
Yeah.
And they're not focused on the people, or AKA socialism. They're focused on the capital, AKA which is coming much more the ruling class, because their wealth, like the top 5 people, that's more than like half this country. So who are they going to listen to?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you exist in a society where capital controls the material world, like capital is power, and power is basically concentrated, like 90% in the top 0.1%. How is power concentrated amongst the top 0.1%? Do you call that democracy, or do you call it oligarchy? You know, like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a drink.
Yeah.
So this is part of the interesting thing, though. So to back up a little bit further, like when I write, like I worked on Wall Street and read Marx. Like again, I did that for a reason. Marx was the first person. All he really did, he wasn't necessarily like all this stuff. He wasn't around for Joseph Stalin. He wasn't around for, like, he died in like 1890 or something. Like he died before, like Lenin was alive, I think, but like Lenin, I don't think was writing then. I think he was like more 1901. And Marx just wrote about like he captured this system. He was the first person to see the movement in the stars of like what makes things move in our society, what causes production. He was the first one to identify the production process and how it works, which is that process of capital commanding labor and resources. Like that thing I just said that like we can understand more intuitively now. He was the first one to like identify that as a science, which is kind of crazy. But like again, it's like you talked about.
Like political science.
As political economy. How the distribution of resources, politics is the system of power, economics is the system of resources. So if you just put those two things together, it's like how does power and resources interact is effectively political economy. But anyway, yeah.
Interesting. The more I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about it like mathematically now, like in a graph system. That's on my, And for socialism, I would say that the X factor or independent factor variable, would be like people, and then capital would be the Y. But I feel like in the oligarchy is the opposite. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
yeah,
but
it
basically
is
people with
effectively.
power, I guess.
Is capital subordinate to people, or people subordinate to capital? Is really kind of like, I feel like what you're getting at. Yeah, like exactly. It's like literally capital develops a lot. I mean, literally legally, Buckley v. Valero recognized that a corporation has the legal rights of a human being effectively. Like it is legally recognized as having personhood. It's true. Buckley v. Valero. I think it was a 1978 ruling or something. And then because of that, Citizens United in 2010, if a corporation has legal personhood and they recognize spending as an element of free speech, which must not be infringed, they then proceeded to remove any limits on campaign spending from corporations in 2010 because of that distinction, right? But that's a big difference. A corporation isn't a person is a person. Corporations can be made of people, but they're not.
Yeah.
So,
Just quick fun fact I found out recently. In Ecuador, they actually gave rights to nature so people can defend it in a legal system of law. And I'm Ecuadorian, by the way. Ecuador is ahead of us for defending nature and having them as people. But in America, a corporation is the same rights as a person. Think about that.
cash. That was money. That's going to be a good little clip right there. Viva Ecuador as well. I've never been, but I'm trying to. They were going to be, if anything happened to Mexico in the World Cup, I was going to start rooting Ecuador, but didn't quite pan out. But anyway.
I was rooting for Mexico too, but that was like the first 30 round.
I know. Ugh, brutal. What was I going to say? I don't know if I can know. No, so look, it all comes down to this. Like, do you effectively really control your own life in this country? You know what I mean? The one thing that we believe that we should be entitled to is like your own life, right? It's this idea of liberty. Like, that's the one thing. And thankfully, like, that's an idea that works for everyone because it works for everyone. Like, it's actually the keystone of the social contract that we can build an entire society and civilization around. You know what I mean? Now, if it's wanting or not is a separate question, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, at least from my understanding, the Declaration of Independence is not like a legal document. It is a very beautiful thing that we all, like, I don't want to say all, but most people in America hold to a high standard. But at the end of the day, I don't think it actually holds any like legal ground. So even though that is a beautiful like slogan, not to diminish it, but like that's the best way I can put it. Yeah. Is like life, liberty, pursuit, happiness. That's not, no one's entitled to that legally.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. Well, we already established what controls the way a society is laid out. Capital, which means the legal system is going to reflect that as well. So whether or not the legal system reflects it, the law is just that. Yeah. It must change based on that premise.
I mean,
the law should reflect it.
Yeah, there's so many songs about it. Let me think. I heard the song Pink Houses, Pink Homes yesterday. That was about the 80s struggle. There was another one. It was like, do you got a dime, brother? That was from like the 1920s, I believe. Like, I'm a big fan of like blues, jazz, R&B.
Nice.
I have a lot of weird habits. And
please, we love a niche info.
I have all the niches.
It's huge.
Every niche. But
let's go.
But yeah, it's just like this is not just a who would have guessed. This has been going on and it's just getting worse in my personal opinion. I mean, I was just thinking about how inflation works as a whole, and like mathematically, like for every, like even though yes, you are getting one, like let's say you're getting 5%, yay, 5% raise. That's amazing. If everything raises 5%, first of all, you're always delayed for that raise because the raise is based off the inflation, and that takes like a year to process and look at. So you're always behind no matter what. Second of all, it's exponential because it's multiplying. Yeah. That's another thing. And then it's every single thing is increasing. So when it's like you get the 5%, great, but so does every single thing else. And mathematically, it does not work out that way. And before you know it, you're 1%. Wait, what's that thing of like the grain of rice? And the guy is like, oh, I'll double it every day for a month. And then that one grain of rice becomes like a billion. Yeah. Like there's so many stories about that, but that's the point of it I'm trying to make.
I worked on Wall Street, but I kind of suck at math low key, so I'm not even going to attempt the math there. But yeah, listen to this, man. Exactly what you just said, right? This thing that seems like a distinct phenomena, what does that come down to? Is that a society which reflects the interests of people over their own lives? Is that a configuration of society where your interests are being represented in decisions that impact you? Please.
Is this my camera? No.
And that's about it. Let's go. What time is it, Chinook? All right, I gotta get going too. Yeah, and the rain's probably gonna come down. Hey, look, we didn't have a single person come on today. We were setting this up for like hours. Honestly, this was just like a learning experience. This live streaming stuff is low key weirdly complicated when you do it like we do, like out to multiple platforms. But you're the first guest, and so really thank you for coming up today. Because even if we can just get like 1 or 2 clips out of this, like we might be able to do something with it. Like I'm optimistic. I mean, look, yeah. The other thing is we need to come out here when the finance pros are all really crawling around. Yeah, for real. I'm gonna hit them up and be like, bitch, send me them on me right now. But no, yeah, thank you so much.
Where's Wall Street? Unless you're here.
Wall Street literally is here.
You know what?
Yeah, this is Wall Street.
I would suggest actually going to, I don't know where it is, I couldn't tell you. Go to the Jersey Wall Street, which I don't. It's not called Wall Street, obviously. My dad used to work on Wall Street, and for Pershing now it's called like Mellon, whatever the fuck it's called. And they moved to Jersey to
Pershing?
Yes, Pershing became like I think Mellon or got incumbent, whatever. The point is that a lot of businesses. My dad's work on Wall Street. A lot of businesses transferred over to Jersey to avoid the high taxes. So a lot of the big places are now there, and this is just like a front now.
Yeah.
So my best suggestion for you, go to Jersey.
All right, let's go. We're crowdsourcing knowledge right here. Doesn't all follow me. Awesome. Thank God it survived.
Yeah.
Hey, what was your name again?
I'm Damien.
Chris. Very, very nice to meet you, Damien.
Yeah,
Thank you so
right.
much for coming out. Yeah, please. Hopefully, we'll be blowing this up, and we will.
See you in Greece.
And we'll be. Yeah, you'll be
I
seeing
hope
me in
so.
Greece if this.
Do you want yours or you found that?
They're selling mine in billions of dollars. So they need to get authorization. They have a special handshake to communicate.
First ever guest. G-A-M-I-E.
Huge number of monitoring.
Everyone plays Pussy Wave, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, they monitor every single second.
All right, dude. You know what? I'll fucking take it today. I'll take it.
That's great.
Thank you. Dude, thank you so much. Look me up too. As well. Get in the mix. Hop in the chat whenever we stream.
You gotta follow this video. You gotta follow your first guest. And then I can let you know about when to come in and stuff.
All right, chat. We out. Peace. I'll see you around. Take care.
Some people haven't been able to